Alright, YouTubers. I seen this little trick on YouTube, and I guarantee you it's a lot better than this piece of shit. I even tried putting a nut on the end so I didn't have to fucking bust my wrist to turn it down. And it's crap. Don't even use it. It's garbage. But I think this way, I just got to give that guy that I seen on YouTube kudos on this thing. It works freaking great. But I modified it a little bit. So it'll work a little bit better. What I'm doing is, I got a solid cam in this 351 Cleveland, and I went to readjust my rocker arms. After a couple of years, I readjust them. And I noticed I had one rocker arm that was dragging really bad. Sorry about that delay, but I had to show you this rocker arm. Well, what I was saying is, I had a rocker arm that was dragging a little bit. I couldn't adjust it. It felt rough when I was using the filler gauge. Well, so I decided just to take off the rocker arm and that's what I got right there. Nice, ain't it? What a save. What a save for my motor. Talking about a $4,500 motor, and I just saved it. If I would have gone a lot longer on that, I surely would have dropped the valve. Let me go get the retainer that this was on. This is the retainer. Look how far that keeper is sitting down past that retainer. I was about ready to drop a valve in my cylinder. Look how deep that is. That retainer should be damn near flush with the top of that retainer, but pretty much flush with the bottom of that. Yep. And look at the bottom. You see all those cracks in that? It was just spreading that retainer out. Yep. So I decided to replace them all. find something like that, you just can't replace just the one. But you think you can just get by with just replacing that, you're an idiot. You shouldn't even be driving a car. And another thing I noticed, I got these hardened push rods for guide plates, and I also noticed this. Watch this. And you just see me pull that out of there. These ends come off. Look at that. You see that? That should not happen. Those should be pressed in and they should not come out. So if you decide to use push rods like this, don't do it. Don't even waste your money on it, because that could cause problems down the road. So what I did is I went to Comp Cam, and that is the part number that you need for an 8-4 push rod. 7502 Comp Cams Magnum. That's what you need for your 351 Cleveland. I got these ones done. Find a lifter in there. Alright, got it in there. Alright, now, before you take these retainers off, you got to break the seat of the keeper from the retainer. I got my air on my hose, holding the valve up. Alright, they should be broke loose. Now, here's my tool that I seen on YouTube and I made. This is sweet. It works great. I took a flat bar at work construction, so I had some extra ones laying around, so I just made me a tool. Just cut an oval U shape out of it. I got 7/16 studs, so I made a 7/16 hole, maybe just a little bit bigger, about a half inch hole in that. So I put that on there, and then I use one of my rocker arm lockers. Just screw that on until I can't screw the rocker down, the locker down, right, until I stop, right there. I get my magnet. This is a sweet tool. You ain't gotta fight getting that spring on that damn piece of junk that I told you to throw away. And all you gotta do is just pull back, and take it right, get your magnet and pull those keepers out of there. It works sweet. You just take it off and you're ready to go. Be careful not to burr your threads on your rocker arm stud bolts. That won't be good. Pull it off. And what I'm doing also, being as I'm pulling the springs off, I'm just replacing the valve stem seals. Might as well, you're in there. I've noticed I had a couple of them that were pretty scarred up. So I just set that there, take my keeper off, retainer, set that to the side. These are my valve stem seals. That's the exhaust one. When they redid my heads, their spring compressor must have just pinched the hell out of the seals, because that's what it looks like. They pinched them. They tore them up. So I replaced them. And those part numbers are, this is the intake part number. All right. And there's 8 of those. And this is the part number for the exhaust ones. They're a little bit shorter. So that way you get oil down on your exhaust stem. That's why they're shorter on the exhaust, as you can see. Alright, so I got my comp cam retainers, and I'm going to put those on, but first I got to take out my old seal because it's stuck in there. I got to push it out. Alright, got it out. And that's the intake one. Alright, get my intake seal, put it in my hand. Get my retainer, my last one. This is my last valve I got to do. Push it on. And here is the part number that I'm using for my retainers. 74816 15155. That's because it's got a double spring in it. That's the, yep. And this is my that's my push rod number. And I got the 10-degree keepers. Yeah, I kind of destroyed that part number. I can't remember it right off the top of my head. Here, just